part 2 of front wheel drive vehicle adjustment walkthrough. Let's continue at Wales and this stage with the F2 kit car, excuse me, Peugeot 306 Maxi. Excuse me, having a drink. So the issues I was having was wheel torque and possible, oh, sorry, accidentally bumped the mic. Yeah, the wheel torque of the gears and the front camber possibly needs to be reduced to increase the pulling force when you crank the wheel on throttle. Okay, let's load. And that's for the gearing for now. Okay, first gear was fine. Second, probably go back to default or less than. Since I changed the final drive, all the torques are different. Probably something like this. Oh well, can't know until I find out on the test. And then the brake bias was too far back. That was another thing. And again, the camber. I'm gonna bring this down to here. Let's see, it was here. Yeah, I'm gonna bring it down to here. Okay. There's also the rear damper and the rear spring to mess with. Right now I need to mess with the gearing, and then I can start messing with the suspension again.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Right 4 long, 60 over bumps. Left 6 and right 5 long over crest, continues past junction. Into care left 6 past junction. Left 3 through gate, water splash. Left 4. Into left 6 over jump. Into caution, left 3 continues over jump. Right 1 long, tightens, don't cut.
I was second here.
Into acute left, post inside.
Yeah, much better pull.
60.
Much better pull in that turn there.
Caution, keep mid over jump, water splash. Left 4 through gate. Crest 150, past junction.
I was able to floor the throttle.
Crest, left 4.
Around, not floor it. Was it floored? I need to try that again. I think I was floored around the that long second gear turn before the tight hairpin. I'm gonna do another shakedown, and I need to pay attention to the brake bias and that gear again, and the camber.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Right 4 long, 60 over bumps. Left 6 and right 5 long over crest, continues past junction. Into care, left 6 past junction. Left 3 through gate, water splash. Left 4. Into left 6 over jump.
Oh, I think I know what it is.
Caution, left 3 continues over jump.
Hang on.
Right 1 long, tightens, don't cut.
Oh yeah, a lot of throttle steer. See, this is full throttle right now, and it's 60. Turning. It still has a bit of understeer, but it is pulling around the turn,
keep mid over jump,
mostly, rather than just understeering out, or pushing out.
Crest 150,
so,
past junction.
I think I messed up on the cambers.
100 past lay-by, crest left 4.
I was thinking of the...
to finish.
Or maybe, I don't remember actually. I think the rear camber should be fine. Let me see. Oh, I don't need to look at that. What was this at? 2.5. The front's at 8.5. Huh. No, I think this is right. Can't remember. Yeah, I think this is right. So I'm going to try to reduce the front camber angle. There we go. One more. What's this? 50. I'm going to try that. Oh yeah, no, I think I've got it backwards. Not backwards, but this camber, I think I'm thinking of the street version. This is supposed to be at 0.8 something. And then the front is supposed to be around 0.6 something. Yeah. So I was thinking of the paved version of the 2010s. That's why the cambers were too high. So I'm going to do another test after changing the camber. Okay, let's try this now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Right 4 long, 60 over bumps. Left 6.
We'll see if the rear end wants to come out more.
Into care left 6 past junction. Left 3 through gate, water splash. Left 4. Into left 6 over jump.
Getting some pretty good brakes here.
Left 3 continues over jump. Right 1 long, tightens, don't cut. Into acute left, post inside.
Yeah, I need more rear camber. I mean, the rear end's coming out, which is kind of good. But if I could get more
crest 150, past
more
junction.
rear grip, I'll have higher cornering forces.
100 past lay-by, crest left 4 to finish.
Actually, I just need to look at something. I'm gonna save and exit. I haven't really taken too long here. So rally, discard, Wales, 2010s. Of course, the cars aren't gonna set up the exact same way. I'm just using the information, since the tire physics should be similar depending on the loading. I'm just looking at cambers. Continue. Load. Gravel. Rear camber. 1.83. What is this? Oh, this is. No, I need to load the Hyundai. Oh, excuse me. Whoops, taking longer than necessary. This isn't the one I was working on last. So rally, discard. Oh, not grease. Wales. From 2010s. Hyundai. I should have made sure to know this beforehand, but I just kind of decided to make this on a whim today. So I'm not completely prepared, which is kind of a good thing, because you're seeing the process of learning. and using other information from other sources and apply those to what you're currently doing. So look at this. Oh wait, did I load? Look at oils. Let's see. Oh yeah, so it's supposed to be 1.6. And suspension front, this is 1.5. Alright, so now I figured it out. So 1.6 camber in the rear. But then the low camber up front because of the pulling action. I could actually apply that to the four-wheel drive as well. Having the lower lower front camber will increase braking performance because in a straight line there's more tire loading surface. It's hard to explain. Touching the ground to help you slow down. And in the case with the DiRT, instead of it being a chemical emulsion effect, it's all the tread. There's more tread surface area on the gravel to cut into the dirt. So kit car, it's the right stage, right weather. Kit car, Peugeot 306 Maxi. So I'm increasing the camber, which is going to keep the rear in more, which could cause understeer, but it's actually keeping the in because there's an increased level of grip in the rear. And the more grip, generally, the better. And I can make it oversteer with the suspension, rather than making it oversteer by reducing the maximum level of grip in the rear. So setup, load. Excuse me, preset. Load a preset. And then camber in the rear. 1.6. There we go, and then save that preset. Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Right 4 long, 60 over bumps. Left 6 and right 5 long over crest, continues past junction. Into care, left 6 past junction. Left 3 through gate, water splash. Left 4. Into left 6 over jump. Into caution, left 3 continues
Just
over
crank
jump.
the wheel. Just instead of unwinding on throttle or for the exits, unwinding the wheel, you just keep the wheel cranked like that.
Into acute left post and
dab the
side,
brake.
60.
Full throttle.
Caution, keep mid over jump, water splash. Left 4 through gate.
Feel like second gear, or I
Crest
think
150 past junction.
I'm not
Left
letting
6 over
first
bump.
gear.
100 past lay-by. Crest left 4 to finish.
Gain traction long enough, and I'm shifting it into second too early. Okay, so now I can change the suspension. Let's see. So the spring rate and rear anti-roll on the front wheel drive car, these are a little bit different because you don't have any kind of rotational torque, wheel torque on the rear, as opposed to four-wheel drive and rear-wheel drive, which that wheel torque affects your maximum grip level, and so the rear tires are just spinning freely on the rear or front-wheel drive car, and so these have a different effect. What you can do is actually reduce anti-roll and spring rate. It'll make the car unstable, but it'll make the rear end swing around. which I don't know. It's kind of weird. I prefer to have it stiffer and let it understeer, just because when it's too soft, it'll rotate, right? But it'll also be susceptible to rolling and also to just spinning out due to high-speed lateral weight transfer. So I don't really know what this is going to do in this simulator right now at this point. So I need to find out. So I'm going to try increasing it to maximum and seeing what that does. And then the next test I will decrease it to minimum and see what that does. So, shakedown.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Right 4 long, 60 over bumps. Left 6 and right 5 long over crest, continues past junction. Into care, left 6 past junction. Left 3 through gate, water splash. Left 4. Into left 6 over jump. Into caution, left 3 continues over jump. Right 1 long,
I think I need to reduce
cut.
third gear and use third gear more.
Into acute left, post inside, 60.
So I'm not getting any...
Caution, keep mid over jump, water splash.
Oh, wrong
left
gear.
4 through gate. Crest 150, past junction.
I'm not getting
Left
any
6
more
over
oversteer with the
100 past
stiffer
lay-by. Crest, left 4.
rear suspension.
To finish.
However, the rear anti-roll will affect the braking oversteer, as well as the rear spring rate, but that's a different story. I'd have to explain that to let's see, I'm going to try to explain it. So on the brakes, you're loading up the front end, and the rear end, it gets light or lighter, and when you have a stiff rear anti-roll bar, it allows the rear tire to load up to exceed maximum load sooner than the front. So it breaks loose sooner, which is what causes oversteer. It's when, oversteer technically is defined as more slip in the rear than the front, or something. Wait, no. I forgot what it was. I don't remember. Something about slip angles. And then, oh yeah. So more slip angle in the rear than the front. And then understeer is more slip angle in the front than the rear. And so, by having, the stiffer, I'm going to change third gear. By having a stiffer and fourth, probably, and fifth, and sixth will be a fast gear. Probably. Okay. So what was I saying? Oversteer, understeer. Yeah, anti-roll will cause the rear anti-roll will allow the rear end to reach maximum and exceed maximum slip before the front, or depending on it, depends on how the front is in relation to the rear. So I'm going to try this at minimum and see how that does. I also need to change the rear rebound, or not rebound, rear damper. See what that does. That might be what the cause of the the cause of the understeer that I'm getting still. I'm going to basically try to make this car oversteer as smooth as possible, so it's not going to snap into oversteer, but oversteer as much as possible because it will push on throttle. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying the rear suspension at full soft.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Right 4 long, 60 over bumps. Left 6 and right 5 long over crest, continues past junction. Into care, left 6 past junction. Left 3 through gate, water splash. Left 4.
So I'm going to take this in third instead of second.
Into left 6 over jump. Into caution, left 3 continues over jump.
Yeah, I need to turn the wheel more on the exits.
Right 1 long, tightens, don't cut. Into acute left, post inside, 60.
Dab the brake.
Caution,
So I'm actually
keep
getting
jump, water splash, left 4 through gate. Crest 150, past junction.
Whoa, can't see.
Left 6 over bump. 100 past lay-by. Crest
So I'm going to try the rear spring.
finish.
Whoa, yeah, it's too soft in the rear. It's too soft. I need to increase the rear spring. In the middle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And try that. So what do we have? Yeah, cambers and toe look, yeah, they're right. Okay.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Right 4 long, 60 over bumps. Left 6 and right 5 long over crest, continues past junction. Into care, left 6 past junction. Left 3 through gate, water splash. Left 4. Into left 6 over jump. Into caution, left 3 continues over jump. Right 1 long, tightens, don't cut. Into acute left, post inside, 60. Caution, keep mid over jump, water splash. Left 4 through gate. Crest
So I got
150, past
more
junction.
understeer
Left 6 over bump. 100
with the
past
stiffer
lay-by.
rear spring.
Crest, left 4. To finish.
But it's also more stable. So learning that, I'm still not sure if that is exactly what it's doing or affecting, but that's what I'm picking up. And I'm going to try it back at maximum. Well, actually, no. I'm going to increase it up 3. There we go. And see if that causes more understeer. Or if the understeer is just, you know, manageable.
5.
I don't want to have a car that's
3,
wobbly.
2, 1, go. Right 4 long, 60 over bumps. Left 6 and right 5 long over crest, continues past junction. Into care, left 6 past junction. Left 3 through gate, water splash. Left 4. Into left 6 over jump. Into caution, left 3 continues over jump. Right 1 long, tightens, don't cut. Into acute left, post inside,
Yeah.
60.
I didn't really, I jabbed the brake too much. I need to do another
Caution,
test.
keep mid over jump, water splash. Left 4 through gate.
Basically, I botched that test because
Crest 150,
I made the car
past
oversteer on the brake
Left 6 over bump. 100
instead of
past
letting
lay-by.
it
Crest left 4
push around the corner,
to finish.
or maybe not push. I don't know. I need to find out. I'm guessing that I probably need to make the rear suspension softer. So I'm going to do a second shakedown and try not to dab the brake for oversteer.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Right 4 long, 60 over bumps. Left 6 and right 5 long over crest, continues past junction. Into care, left 6 past junction. Left 3 through gate, water splash. Left 4.
Take this in a
Into
second.
left 6 over jump. Into caution, left 3 continues over jump. Right 1 long, tightens, don't cut. Into acute left, post inside, 60.
Huh. That's oversteering.
Caution, keep mid over jump, water splash. Left 4 through gates. Crest 150, past junction.
Oops.
Left 6 over
Hit the wrong
bump.
button. Meant to hit the
past
wiper,
lay-by.
but I ended up hitting
Crest, left 4
the shifter for some reason.
to finish.
Confused my buttons. So what I'm going to do is, it will oversteer. I'm going to try it, 1, 2, go down 3 instead and see what that does.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Right 4 long, 60 over bumps. Left 6 and right 5 long over crest, continues past junction. Into care, left 6 past junction. Left 3 through gate, water splash. Left 4. Into left 6 over jump. Into caution, left 3 continues over jump. Right 1 long, tightens, don't cut. Into acute left, post inside, 60.
I really oversteered on throttle.
Caution, keep mid over jump, water splash. Left 4 through gates.
Let's see how it performs on the brakes.
Past junction. Left 6 over bump.
Over this
100
crest.
past lay-by. Crest left 4. To finish.
Manageable. So it does oversteer more with softer rear spring. That's due to the whoa. I don't know if you saw that in the background. Anyway, yeah, the rear not the sway bar, but like the swaying action is softer, or it allows the rear of the car to move more, which then causes it to rotate, as opposed to. I'm going to try this at maximum again, see what that does. See, I'm doing these drastic changes, especially since it's in a simulator. You know, it's all the changes are free. Oh, the wrong button. There we go. All the changes are free and they don't take any time. I'm doing these drastic changes because I'm trying to find out what the change does. And that way, I know when I bring it closer to where I want, I know what the smaller adjustments are doing. But I need to confirm what it's doing before I can
5, 4,
decide on
3,
what it
2,
actually need.
1, go. Right 4 long, 60 over bumps. Left 6 and right 5 long over crest, continues past junction. Into care, left 6 past junction, left 3 through gate, water splash, left 4, into left 6 over jump, into caution, left 3 continues over jump.
Yeah, I'm going to try and enter this corner.
Right 1 long, tightens,
Slow.
don't cut. Into acute left, post inside,
So
60.
it'll rotate on with the stiff suspension.
Caution, keep mid over jump, water splash, left 4 through gate.
And it's more stable that way. But it's resisting the
Crest 150, past junction, left
The
6
rotation.
over bump.
it doesn't happen as
100
quickly.
past lay-by. Crest
Or-
left 4
What I should say is
to
that,
finish.
what is it doing? The rear end is a lot more in line. Basically, I have to put more wheel input to get the same effect, like turning the wheel into the turn more, as opposed to, I'm going to do another test just to confirm it. So, 3, that's where it was before I made that change. So I need to figure out what's happening. I might know what it's doing, but I need to know why it's doing it.
5, 4, 3,
or at least postulate
2,
as to why it's doing
1, go. Right 4 long, 60 over bumps. Left 6 and right 5 long over crest, continues past junction. Into care, left 6 past junction. Left 3 through gate towards splash. Left 4.
Yeah, the rear end is more
into
out.
left 6 over jump.
It's a looser.
Into caution, left 3 continues over jump.
With a softer rear spring.
Right 1 long, tight
With less
stone
wheel
cut.
input.
Into acute left, post inside, 60.
Or maybe not, I don't know.
Caution, keep mid over jump.
I think it's just on the fast weight transfers that it steps out.
Crest 150, past junction.
I think it's better to just run it with the stiff suspension.
Past lay-by. Crest left 4.
There's also the
Finish.
yeah, see, that does that easier. That little oversteer there easier, or it's less gradual, I should say. And I'm not really sure why, but having the stiffer spring rate seemed better. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to try this, and if this isn't, because I tried here before, I haven't tried this, and I've tried this. I'm going to try this one, and if it's not better than this one, then I'll go back to here. Okay. But by this one I mean this notch versus this notch. Okay. So basically, I'm not sure why, and I'm not really sure how to explain it. But what's happening with the soft suspension is that it, I think when it swings quickly, like the initial swing is more drastic, causing it to oversteer easier. But then, if it's a light, gentle turn, it oversteers. It doesn't oversteer as easy versus the hard or stiff suspension. And so I want it to be one, stable, and stiffer suspension will make it more stable, and 2, predictable.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Right 4 long, 60 over bumps. Left 6 and right 5 long over crest, continues past junction. Into care, left 6 past junction. Left 3 through gate towards a splash. Left 4. Into left 6 over jump.
And I can always counteract the understeer with brake input.
Right 1 long, tight stone cut. Into acute left, post
see, I can just crank the wheel
60.
here. And it's working just fine with the stiff suspension.
Towards the splash. Left 4 through gate.
And I think I'm going to go back to maximum stiffness in the rear.
Crest 150, past junction. Left 6 over bump. 100 past lay-by. Crest, left 4, finish.
All right. So yeah, that's decided. This is decided. Yeah, these are all values that I want in that section. Now the damper I can change. I can get more oversteer with the stiffer or firmer rear bump damper too. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. Mess with this. 1, 2, 3. There's not much else to change. There is the I can reduce the differential braking lock, get a little bit more brake steer if I want it. Oh, a full stage test. All right, here we go. What did I change? I increased the rear spring, and I increased the rear damper.
5, 4, 3.
I might have to lower the rear damper though.
1, go.
Because I want the
60 over bumps.
The
left 6
gradual
right 5
turn
long
stability.
Crest, continues past junction. Into care, left 6 past junction. Left 3 through gate towards the splash. Left 4. Into left 6 over jump. Into caution, left 3 continues over jump. 1 long, tightens, don't cut. Into acute left and post inside, 60.
As it's full throttle, no brakes.
Caution, keep mid
Just
over
cranking
jump,
the wheel.
water splash. Left 4 through gate.
So instead of relying on the camber, again, I'm relying on the wheel spin to pull the front.
Into right 6, stay mid over crest. Into right 6, 130.
The stiffer rear spring rate will also help on those harder bumps.
Into left 6, continues for 130.
Also high-speed bumps.
Ditch inside.
The faster you go, the smaller bump becomes more and more harsh.
6, into turn left 3, tightens to 2, past junction.
Whoa. I think I can take this in third.
Into right 6, 60.
I can.
Press
Bogs
jump
a little
maybe,
bit.
past junction, 170. Care right 6 over jump, 60. Right 6 over crest, past junction. Into care left 6, crest, bump. Right 2, long, ditch inside. Crest, right 6, left 6. Right 6 over crest, 110 through dip.
I didn't brake enough
Caution,
before the
right
jump.
4 long, don't cut, tightens to 3. Over crest, immediate turn, hairpin left. And right 4 long. Into left 5 long, ditch inside.
Oh, I forgot to wait.
Into
Got
caution,
the
turn
front
right
tires
3 tight,
gain grip
immediate turn square left.
out of first gear.
Into
I need to
right
make
6
third.
past junction.
I don't know.
Into right 4 over crest,
I think
tight,
third is
keep
too
in.
short, but I might need it
Left 5.
to be that short.
Right 5, keep in. Left 2.
It'll be better through here.
And right 6, into left 6. Into right 3 long. Into turn left 3, half long. Press jump maybe.
I was third here.
Into right
Good.
460. Turn right 6. Care left 6 over crest. 80 down, turn square right.
I need third to be usable in those tighter
Right
turns.
6. Into left 4 half long, keep in. Into left 2, keep in. Right 5 long, 100. Right 1, don't cut. Into left 6. Into right 3. Into left 2 long, opens 100. Care logs. Right 5, 80 through dip. Right 3 over crest, 60 keep left over crest. Right 4 don't cut, 60. Left 6 long over crest. Into care right 4 long, don't cut, logs inside, 60. Right 6 half long, 60 over crest. Caution, keep left over crest, down. Into right 4 long, into left 1 long.
Fourth is good.
Into right 6. Into left 6 over bumps.
Need to remember to crank the wheel.
Into right 4 continues over crest. Into left 6, 60 past
I'm afraid to do it
junction.
here. Here we go. Yeah, like that.
Turn left 1, 40. Turn right 2, don't cut, bad camber. Into left 6. Into right 6, immediate turn hairpin left.
Yeah, third is good.
Into left 4, long. Into caution, turn square right, don't cut, logs on exit. Right 6, don't cut. Into left 6, 60. Left 3, long, don't cut. Into right 6, 60, over crest. Caution, right 5, into left 3, tight, over crest. Right 6, crest, 130. Right 6, into care, left 6, keep mid, over jump. Into right 4, long.
Whoa.
Into caution, left 6 long, over
need to
crest jump.
Reduce the
Right
rear
5,
damper
and right
so I can
5
have
long,
more stability.
Into left 6
Just
long,
a little
over
bit more
crest.
stability.
Into right 6 half long, through gate, crest, and left 5 long. Into right 4, 40 gate. Right 6, 40. Left 6. Into the right 3 long, 40. Right 5 continues for 80 over crest, tightens to 3. Into left 5 over crest, continues, and tightens to 4. Keep right over jump, maybe. Left 6, right 6. Keep left over jump, maybe. Right 5 long, into caution, left 6, big jump. Right 4, left 6, 40, bump. Right 3 long, past junction. into left 6 crest jump, right 5 long 60, left 4 long keep
Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to increase third gear or decrease
right
fourth
jump,
gear.
left 6,
I think I need to decrease fourth gear
and
just
right
a little
2
bit.
long, into left 3 long, into right 6 long, right 3, left 6, right 4 crest, left 4 long, keep
Yeah,
in
decrease
100,
fourth gear. Keep
left
third
4
gear
long, into right
where
1
it is.
long, 60, turn hairpin right,
I got enough wheel torque in third, just barely
into
enough.
left 2 tights to 1, over crest, 60 to finish.
So I need to change the gearing, and what else? Oh, the damper, reduce the rear damper a little bit. That's what I'm going to do in the next one. Till then.